5 tests for general athleticism. So Paul from the PT project has asked me to come up with 5 modern day replacements for the pentathlon from the ancient Greek times. So we're going to run through what I think defines a general athlete these days. Test number 1, I'm going to choose a run. I think running is the ultimate movement screen. If you're able to run pain-free and effectively, then your body is probably going to be functioning very well. The distance is going to be 5 kilometers, but I'm going to cheat the rules slightly by making it scored separately for the last 100 meters. So you're going to challenge your stamina and your endurance and your gait mechanics with the 5 kilometers and then your absolute speed in the final 100-meter dash. So it should reward athletes who have good endurance, but also those more explosive athletes who can put in a fast finish. Test number 2, we're going to go old school and stay on the feet with some speed, agility and quickness work. So you're going to have 4 cones, 5 meters forwards, 5 meters back, 5 meters left and 5 meters right. You're going to touch all 4 of them with your hand 5 times as quickly as possible. The goal here is to stay facing forwards, so we challenge your ability to move in all directions. I think in all sports, it's an advantage to be quick, to be able to change direction fast. So this is just a simple way of setting it up and testing your ability to do so rather than just straight line running. Test number 3, something I don't think most of us do enough, is going to be a coordination test. So I want you to hit a baseball as far as you can, but it's going to be pitched underarm from somebody else. So it's going to challenge your hand-eye coordination, your power, your accuracy. So it's going to be like a javelin field in that you can't hit it too wide or it won't score, but also your ability to hit a moving target. I think it's all well and good being able to produce a lot of force and hit a stationary object, but in most sports, the ability to hit something that itself is moving is most important. So that's why we're going to get a few things tested in this one simple test. Test 4 is going to be a body weight strength test. Rather than using a high skill movement like muscle ups, I'm going to keep it super simple, and the test is the highest wall you can get yourself over 3 times in 1 minute. So I wanted something that would reward a vertical jump, but also your power to weight ratio and be relatively low skill. So people with good technique, kipping for example, aren't over rewarded. So very simple, basic brick wall. Can you get yourself up and over it and absorb the landing on the other side? Then do it 2 more times within a minute. If you don't have access to a wall, then in a gym, you can use a pull-up bar, just put some boxes in the way so you can't swing around to get yourself over. It's got to be that raw strength to get yourself up, over the wall and down. Test 5, probably the one you've been waiting for, the strength test. So for me, in terms of real world application, I'm going to go for a sandbag clean and carry. Another sneaky 2-parter. I think it's all well and good being able to lift something off the floor, but in terms of making that strength useful, actually carrying the object that you've picked up is important as well. So there's going to be 2 scores. What's the weight you can clean to your shoulder? And then how far can you carry it in 1 minute? I'd have to get a little bit creative with the scoring here, in that you shouldn't be rewarded for running 400 meters with a 1 kilo weight. But you take my point in that in terms of real world application, you do need to pick it up off the floor. So a barbell is not going to be used, and a slightly more awkward object in the sandbag than the barbell. I just want to say thank you to Paul from the PT project for asking the question. It's been a really interesting thought exercise. Let me know in the comments if you agree, if you think they're good tests, or what else you would add in or remove. I think it's an interesting discussion now that functional fitness is so popular, to define what type of athleticism we're trying to train for, because at the end of the day, it is opinion. There's so many different ways our bodies can be fit, that being clear on what values we have from a fitness perspective up front means that it gives context to all of our training decisions, so we can ultimately get what we actually want from our training rather than pursue somebody else's opinion of fitness.